Hello. Are you aware sometimes of a quietness somewhere? Maybe it feels like there's something bigger than you, even though you might be suffering from pain or emotions or too much thinking. Maybe there's some sort of circumstance that allows you to be aware of this something bigger than what's going on inside you at the moment. Maybe you just get caught by a beautiful sunset just for a moment. You're not so aware of the pain or the suffering. It seems like there's something bigger than you, but is it really bigger than you? Or are you part of that? Or is it something inside, deeper and deeper, that's also out there, bigger and bigger? Maybe it could be a moment like when you enter a beautiful church and you feel this overwhelming sense of stillness and silence, of safety. Or maybe it's some other time in nature. Maybe you've climbed to the top of a mountain and you see the view and you're just aware of how small you are and how big everything is, how big nature is. And yet from there, it just looks so quiet, so beautiful. And yet words don't describe it in that way. It seems like there's just something that is so big, so expansive, so quiet, so loving. And doesn't that make you wonder about what's going on when you then shrink your awareness to what's going inside you, to your worries, the emotions that get in the way of thinking clearly? And I wonder whether you might notice that this quietness, this bigness, whatever you want to call it, is here all the time. That your mind gets caught up in the story about why you have this pain in your body, or this emotional pain, or this thinking pain of trying to work things out, trying to make yourself feel better. What if, in the middle of all that, you just stop for a moment, just completely stop, and just sense this quietness that's here anyway? It is so beautiful. You might say, well, that's a mystery. How do I do that? And you know what? When you use that word how, that's your mind getting in the way. If you just stop with no how and let yourself open to this quietness in the moment, and maybe this quietness is here all the time. It just gets covered with the stuff, the thinking about everything I've said before, the pain or the suffering or the emotional stuff, or figuring out who did what and who said what and what do they mean. Maybe they don't mean anything about you. Maybe that's all just a made-up story in your mind. Maybe you can drop that and stay here Be present with what is here, even deeper.